There are many kinds of love. There are many kinds of relationships, and each relationship is valuable in its own way. You can look at love as a circle, as a sphere, and all the many different kinds of love can nourish us, can bless us, and our job is to be open to giving and receiving love in more ways than the narrow box that our culture defines. Now, I wrote this book called Faces of Love to explore a couple of the different options. And if you'd like to fill out the form below this video and the more information, you can receive a free digital copy of this book. But I want to read just a couple of excerpts from the book. It's dedicated to all of us who seek and find God and Goddess in the faces of others. About learning and teaching. Sometimes we teach what we need to learn, and sometimes we teach something we have already learned well. One of the things that I do is something bothers me, and I realize I need to understand something more. I need to learn more. So I write a book, because you can write a small book. Like this is a pretty small book. You can write a medium book. It's a pretty medium book. Or you can write a big book. And it just depends on how much you need to learn. Meaning the more I need to think about something to study it, the bigger the book that I need to write before I understand the subject, right? Because the final stage of learning is a cycle. We begin in ignorance, then we experience pain, right? We are innocent, we are ignorant, so we run into life. Because when we are ignorant, it surprises us. We didn't know. So we feel shock, we feel pain. And this wakes us up and it says, oh, you don't know what's going on here. Then we are puzzled, then we struggle, right? What do I do? What do I do? We don't know that either. Then life surprises us again and we feel more pain. And we realize, gosh, I've really got to learn about this. And so we have to slow down and we have to start studying. So this is how we learn. We begin by recognizing there's something we need to learn. If we're too lazy, life gives us a new opportunity. We just keep learning it with pain. And then we start thinking about it, and then we understand it, and we start to change our lives. If we don't change our lives, we haven't learned it. And the last step of learning is to teach others. When we learn it well enough that we can share it with others, that's the last step of learning. Now we understand the subject. And so we teach what we need to learn more. And that's why I write books. Understanding love. The biggest misunderstanding around love is the confusion between feeling love, blissfully happy in connection with someone, as in falling in love, and being loving to another person. Now, to be loving to another person is to behave in a way that brings them sustainable well-being as they experience it. For example, as a Filipina, you have probably experienced some moments where a man felt a desire, a lust, a pleasure, wanted to get close to you, felt love towards you. But you feel embarrassed, you feel uncomfortable, you feel scared, you feel angry, you don't want that attention. And this is the difference between the feeling, like maybe that man feels love, but the way that he's acting does not feel loving to you. So feeling love is about ourself. It is selfish, right? I feel love. I want this. I want to do this with you. It's selfish. I feel love. I want to be with you. That's me. Being loving is about the other person, right? I feel love, so I want to be with you right now. Well, I'm working. I don't care. I just want to be with you because I feel love. That's all selfish. But I love you enough to understand you. Oh, you have to work. Let me help you. Or I will wait for you. This is being loving. It's different. Maybe I want to see you right now, but if I want to be loving, I have to learn to be polite. I have to learn to understand your life. I have to learn to be patient. I have to learn more skills. I have to take time to get to know you. But I feel love right now, right? So the young love, the small love, is all about me. But the big love is about doing what's good for the other person. I want to be married. I want to find a man to be all about me. I want someone to marry me right now. That's me. That's selfish love, right? I want to meet someone and I want to understand them. I want to learn what makes them happy. I want to say, they don't want to be married right now because of this and this. They don't want to listen to me talk right now. They have something on their mind. They want to talk. They're in a sad mood. They want me to understand their pain. But I want to go shopping, right? So there's a difference between the love that I feel, the selfish love, and what is good for the other person. So in this chapter, I explore that distinction. Now, sometimes love is sexual. You touch each other, you feel healthy, you feel secure, you feel pleasure, you feel joy, and that's what you need to feel. That's what brings your life up. Right? But sometimes love is not sexual. Right? Sometimes you need to sleep, and love is sleep and giving space for sleep. Right? But what about other kinds of love? What about teaching? If somebody teaches you a skill, for example, Jesus said, if you give someone a fish, you feed them for one day. But if you teach them to fish, you feed them for their entire life, right? So if a man gives you a gift, right? A present, a phone, that's giving you something for one day, right? That's a short love. But if someone, a friend, a lover, teaches you how to have independence and make money for the rest of your life, they're giving you love for an entire life. They're giving you love for a lifetime. Now you can feel power. You can feel secure for the rest of your life. And so one of the things and reasons I wrote this book is there's a lot of confusion about the difference between small love and big love. I want someone to give me a present, is the small part of us wanting the small love, right? The small part of us is lazy. I want someone to do this for me now. But the big love is, how can I help myself? How can I help the other person to learn how to succeed in their life? How to succeed in money, in health, and in marriage.